welcome to today's podcast. We're going to be talking a bit about what we didn't cover in our last episode. Yeah, this is our part 2. Guys, welcome. Welcome to our part 2 of lockdown as a student. And really, let's just jump head first. Because really, without further ado, I really want to know. And I'm sure the audience really want to know as well. And I don't know why I've pointed to behind me. Like there's people watching, there's no one watching. But my question that people... I don't know my question that people... Oh my gosh, what it is that am I trying to... Okay, let me just say it. Let me just spit it out, all right?
Okay.
Because it's just something that I'm just dying to say and ask you, Viyash. What strategies have you found effective in maintaining focus and motivation while studying from home?
Wow, what an original question. Definitely not scripted. And my original answer is music was a big one.
Okay.
I started listening to a lot of different kind of music during lockdown, and I tried to find what suited me when I'm studying. And if you've listened to recent pod episodes, you would have heard that we said listening to music without lyrics is the best type of music to listen to when you're studying, because then you get distracted, right? But for me, when I was exploring different genres, I was trying to find which one suited my sort of personality, suited what I enjoyed, right? And right now, I feel like I could listen to any song and enjoy it. Actually, no, that is an absolute lie. I hate pop. I'm not a big fan of pop songs. I'll be real.
Right. Now I get.
But any other genre.
But like, really, without a doubt, what you like, accuracy, because I can't say. Well, I can say. Sorry, I can't say. I can say without a shadow of a doubt. Music without lyrics, okay? Uruguay Ascends, okay, is on my playlist for my calculations revision.
I've never heard that.
Ascends, Kung Fu Panda, Uruguay Ascends. That stuff bangs so hard. How about this? It doesn't even stop there. Oh my gosh, Transformers. I don't know how to describe it. You know the background music?
Film music,
yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So good, it slaps.
Yeah.
Differently. Not even that. It doesn't even stop there. Interstellar, Hans Zimmer, or even like oh my god, Hans Zimmer did Uruguay Ascends. Hans Zimmer did what else did he do? Oh my gosh, he did Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. Okay, chill. Copyright. That was amazing singing.
Yeah. No, I'm sure they won't copyright us for that. Come on, surely not.
No, but that singing was on point, so you want to chill.
Oh my god. Because I tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, those sorts of songs on my playlist, when I am focusing, it just ignites a different person inside of me.
Yeah.
Because really, it kind of unleashes a level of motivation I've never seen ever before in my life. Because when I'm listening to this stuff, it kicks me into gear, like a 6-gear manual, 8-cylinder. Whoa. My 0 to 60, we're looking like 3 seconds or something. My hyper-focus ability to be able to take in the information that I have right in front of me down, or even like just solving problems to questions that I have right in front of me. It just allowed me this freedom, because not only was I in a state of flow, it gave me that deep-seated motivation that I needed. It just came out of nowhere. It took control of me. I felt like the main character doing these questions. I'll be chilling through a pharmacy calculations thing, and I'd hear Uruguay Ascends come on, and I'm like, I can't remember how it went. I don't even remember.
Okay, but is that adrenaline rush, isn't it? When you're like in the films, and okay.
Damn, man, that stuff slaps so hard. No way are they gonna copyright us for that.
I don't think we have enough following for them to care.
Okay. I think you should be fine. But like what you just said,
Yeah.
when you play these tunes, it gives it meaning. Do you know what I mean? Because you've seen the movie
100%.
already,
Yeah.
and there's so much behind that song, so much power, so much history. It just allows for, like
So
you said.
are you the one? No. So are you the one who started that main character trend then, because of these songs?
No.
No. So you haven't gotten people to slap on some famous songs and then think they're the main character of some movie no one's watching?
No. I'm sure other people have done it before me. I'm not the creator of that. As much as I'd like to take credit for it, I am not the creator of that. But I know there's this main character thing that's been going on for a while. But let me ask you this, what other ways did you find, or what other ways did you stimulate focus or find that motivation to carry on studying?
I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Okay, because how about this? I'll give you mine actually, because but I might have said this in another pod, but to be honest, when maintaining focus, particularly at home, there are so many different distractions going on, like your phone going off, all these sorts of different things going on. So one thing I'd like to do is possibly put my phone away, and another thing that I would like to do is I kind of took my taskbar away at the bottom of the screen. I don't think anybody really does this, to be honest, but personally it works for me. So I'm just left with a screen right in front of me, just a bare naked screen, because it just allows for just more focus and just less you're just less likely to get distracted if you just have the work right in front of you, and there's no other like taskbar at the bottom, or you've got a notification from iTunes or Spotify or anything like that. You kind of push the taskbar down and you just have the bare screen right in front of you. Have you done that before? Because I feel like I'm like the only one who does that.
Wait, I do that now because I just find it annoying. It gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah.
With most of the apps, websites that I use, the scroll bar is like right at the bottom, and I can't access it if the taskbar is covering it. So I just get rid of it completely. So that my reason is different to yours, but I see what you mean with it can be distracting when you see a notification pop up on I don't know, some sort of social media or some email or something like that. Definitely useful. Yeah,
no, without a doubt. I think as well as it's like, now that you've had time to think, Vihash, is there any particular strategy that you've employed that's kind of allowed motivation and focus throughout studying at home?
Mate, come back to me in a year and I'll give you an answer.
Okay, you know what? Let's swiftly move on to the next question, because I really want to ask you that. I might have already asked you this in the last podcast, but I really want to get a bit more of a detailed picture and understanding as to what your sleep was kind of like during lockdown. Did it get disturbed? Was it all over the place like myself? Was there anything that you did particularly to improve your sleep? Because of course, you don't know the knowledge that you know now, that you're basically a sleep expert with the kind of knowledge that you kind of have now, from an absolute banger episode a couple episodes ago. So please guys check that out. 100%. It's on Spotify, thanks to the likes of Vihash right here, going out of his way to put it out on Spotify. So guys, once again, please do check out our latest episodes on Spotify. And
I love that.
So Vihash, go for it.
Yeah, I love that cheeky little insert of that episode. But I'd say I mentioned previously in the last one that I would go out for walks early in the morning at like 6 or 6:30, something like that. So if I set my waking time to 6, then I guess I'd be sleeping around 10 to 11, something like that. Probably about 9 to 10. Use that.
Yeah. Okay.
And no, I just heard something in the background.
Wait, what? Oh no, that must have been the police.
Oh,
okay. Not that they're coming for me by any means. I'm a good guy. Don't get me wrong.
Okay. Sorry, I got sidetracked. But yeah, my sleep wasn't too bad. I'm not the type of person to sleep during the day, I don't think, unless I'm absolutely exhausted. If I've had lots to eat, then I'd sleep during the day. But no, I think it wasn't too bad. It was average,
Yeah, fair enough. I think, like, personally, my sleep got really badly messed up, particularly because of lockdown. I don't know if you remember this. Actually, no, you do remember this. Do you remember when we did our cheeky little workout side missions?
When you were down here?
Yeah, I was down in London.
Yeah.
During lockdown.
Yeah. Oh man,
Damn, man.
I was so blessed. I was so blessed when you were down here. I'll be real.
Yeah, that was
So helpful.
fun, you know. This guy's gonna gas it, but I can't. Like, we did some fun stuff, you know, like sprinting up. What was it? You've got that bridge by you, and you've got that.
Yeah, we've got an incline bridge near me, and we just sprinted up that. Even when it was raining that day, we went underneath and just did laps around, wasn't it?
Days, yeah, that stuff was fun because what was it that we did as well?
The steps as well, the stairs.
Yes.
And then the like some cheeky circuits in the local park.
Yes, the circuits, the park. We did that yoga as well.
And
you know, and as well as this, I think, what was it that we did? So we did the park thing, we did circuits, we did runs, went on cheeky runs, we did high intensity interval training. We did
barbecues.
Yoga. Sorry? Barbecue. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I remember that as well. Wow. Oh my gosh, we're going a while back. Oh my gosh. What else? Nah, we did a lot of things together. Nah, I can't lie. But I'd say aside from that, I felt like my sleep did get disrupted. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
because
I'm gonna link this to that had a positive impact on my mental health personally. As with any exercise, right? Just being able to get up with a purpose. So for me, when I was going on those walks, for me to get up knowing that I'm going to go on a really nice 2-hour walk, when there's not going to be like a lot of people, just chilling, it was a nice feeling when I came back afterwards and did some work, because it's got me into that productive mindset.
Yeah.
Same with when you came down, we went for runs and exercise, and those are all really good, beneficial for me mentally as well. So
it's huge. Mental health is huge, particularly during lockdown. I think, oh my gosh, because I think there was such a disconnect as well. I felt like, you know.
Yeah.
I think personally, while I was at university as well, there was, although I kept in touch with my friends and UV, I don't know, it just didn't feel like what it was like before. Everything had changed so much and so quickly. And to do the things that I was normally doing, it didn't feel right, you know. I'd be going to lectures, I'd be online anyway, be doing online stuff, and then feeling this emptiness inside of me. I don't know why it would come about, but I would just feel empty and slightly lonely. I'm creating a sob story or something right now. But
wait,
I think...
Do you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to play some sad music in the background.
Oh my god. Okay, and what I did to fill this void was film TikToks. I created a TikTok account. I did like a bit of a side hobby, that sort of thing. One thing for sure is I'm definitely going to insert... Well, no, Vihash hopefully can insert. Can you insert like... TikTok? Oh, you know what? We should do this. We should react to some of my TikToks.
That's what I was just about to say. Let's talk about a bit about your TikTok account, because I remember we would talk about, I'd like, oh, you're never going to hit 5k, you're never going to hit 7k, you're never going to hit 10k. Yeah, but then you went past that. You were exponentially growing, mate. So
were you talking about 10k views?
I don't know. How many followers did you rack up?
I racked up, I think, up to 8k. I think I'm down to 6k now, followers. And so pretty much, guys, so I'd say to fill up that void for me personally, I did make TikTok videos, and it was more so on productivity, you know, kind of optimizing my study routines, bit about day in the lives in lockdown as a student. There wasn't really much to do, and I felt like I was continually running out of ideas. But I felt like at that time as well, one regret that I do have is I should have continued. But, you know, it is what it is. We look back on these experiences and you look at how maybe, you know, you might have played your cards slightly differently. But to look back at it on retrospect, you know, I'm glad I did what I did. It was a nice little fun hobby. And I felt like it's allowed me to be more comfortable in front of a camera. So, no, like we have with this podcast, I feel more comfortable talking to you guys.
Yeah.
But I think as well, let me tell you this one thing before I we jump to my video. Everybody in my pharmacy school ended up finding out what my TikTok is, and that is another little funny story I have for you guys. Yes, go for it.
What was your account name again?
It was Joe_pharmacy_student, I believe.
Student.
Why? What are you trying to look for?
I'm trying to search it up.
I privated all my videos, my brother.
Mate, then what am I meant to do?
I don't know. I thought you had like the video saved.
No, I don't.
You know what? Don't worry about it. We'll react to it another time.
Okay, all right. We'll proper set up and then do that.
Yeah. Because I feel like, wait, can I screen share on my phone?
I don't know, if you have it up, then yeah, why not?
Why can't I screen share on my phone?
Well, it's all right. Well, we know that you had an amazing experience with TikTok.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was partially because everyone was on TikTok during lockdown, weren't they? Just scrolling away.
Oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about how addictive that application was, but it was addictive. But I think we should move on to this aspect right here. Going back to school or university, because I think for a fact that going back to full-time proper education with a lot more decreased, like what was it called, online, we had face-to-face learning. I think this was in like year 3 where they kind of really clicked into gear, because there was a lot more mixed learning in my year 2. Year 3 was a lot more in-person, face-to-face learning. And I think I had this opportunity that I was able to get out of face-to-face learning. It was huge, but meeting like people on my course for the first time, even though I technically I'm meant to like have known them for like the past 2 years or something. It's weird. It's a weird feeling. So still trying to get my head around that. Back then, it was a bit kind of like, whoa. It was a bit of a bad one.
I mean, for us, it wasn't full time. We went back to it full time because all it took was for one person to get COVID, and literally the whole year would have to go into online learning for a week or two. What? And then we had like the whole school system changed. We ended early, and what was I going to say? Oh yeah, right. And halfway through the year, they had like one whole term where it was another lockdown. I think because COVID cases started to rise again, so they made us go back into online learning for another couple months, essentially. So the whole experience was really on and off, and I think it was fun to see how things went back to normal. Of course, there were some rule breaking because everything had changed. Not from me. All right, I follow them, but from other people, of course.
Yeah.
But to be fair, some of the rules, you understand why they've implemented them, but even after 2 years, they've still implemented them without giving us a proper reason.
Yeah,
and I don't know if it's. I mean, I remember back then they thought that COVID. Some people thought that COVID would just be treated as a normal flu in a couple of years, and I think it's fair enough to say now it has died down, but it's still lingering in there somewhere. Like when someone says they have a cold, compared to when someone says they have COVID, the reaction is very different.
Yeah, I think the aftermath of COVID has been mad, because I still kind of technically carry around a hand sanitizer with me, and like the level of hygiene. I think particularly on like if someone sneezes, I'm like, do you know what I mean? Like, or even like someone coughing around me, I get a little bit uneasy. I think it's a bit of a trauma from COVID to know that stuff spreads, the way that it does. I think the awareness that COVID brought in the sense of disease, the kind of level, the level that it can get to, lockdown, global lockdown, pandemic, it is crazy to think that these sorts of things can happen. Viyash, I have a phenomenal question, in fact, for you, because I'm aware that during a period of time when you were trying to look for in-person work experience, you needed to really kind of get hands-on, kind of follow the direction that you kind of want to follow in to become a doctor, really. Particularly in secondary school, you kind of really had to invest that time to show that interest and really build that understanding of, number one, what the NHS is like, what the job roles and responsibilities of a doctor is like, and as well as that, other healthcare professionals as well, and what makes a multidisciplinary team what it is, really. So what were the steps that you took? Okay, firstly. And secondly, do you think that it's benefited you?
So this is during lockdown, right? Because of lockdown, I think there's been a huge rise in online work experience, online programs that you can find online. Places like Springpod has been on the rise, Medic Mentor as well. But places like that, I think they've utilized the whole online aspect that's come about because of lockdown to bring about these online work experiences. And because of them, I'd say that students now would not have been able to get the experience that they have if lockdown hadn't happened, if that makes sense. So although I say this, but the actual quality of those programs, video quality, bear in mind, wasn't amazing. Audio quality of some of the work experiences that I took part in was not the best. However, that being said, the actual quality and what they were saying, so the information they were giving out, the resources they were giving out, amazing. I made a lot of notes and on Notion as well, and they helped build up my what I wrote in my CV and my understanding of the whole system. So I enjoyed them, though I feel like their quality could have been much, much better, in all honesty. And just the same question back to you: Did you take part in anything like this?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really, because, given the situation, I was already at university. But looking back on it right now, I technically did with you. I started a journey on CS50 with you. We got through a couple weeks of lectures, I remember, on CS50. But technically, now looking back on it, I felt like I should have done more. But that's one thing I did possibly regret. Is not doing more of that online learning, because I think now more than ever before, 2023, the number of online resources, free online resources out there to learn really legitimately anything that you want to learn, it's right there, right in front of you. Whether that would be video editing, learning how to code, learning a new language for that matter, even whether that would be coding language, or even like a an actual actual language like French, German, thrown in Tamil there. You see Malayalam even. There are I would say I'm in a position right now to regain that fluency of my mother tongue, and then go that step further to then learn possibly Malayalam. As much as I'd like to go out my way to kind of learn German, French, all these sorts of beautiful European languages, I feel like I want to do myself justice and my own justice as well, because taking that step in that direction would be a good base to build that foundation in my mother tongue, and as well as that wider scope as well, because Malayalam is not that much different from Tamil. So Tamil, sorry, I have butchered the pronunciation. So really in that respect, I think that's how it's most impacted me. The fact that I felt like, now looking back on it, that I should have done more, but there are things that I have done. Of course, learning with respect to online experience and learning.
Yeah, this is cool. I think that's all that I have to say. I don't know if you guys can see, but my lighting has just died. It's just dead now.
My friend.
I've had to use my phone as my
oh my god.
Yeah. But cool. That's a nice way to round it off.
100%.
Like I said, we are on Spotify, so go listen. Joseph did an amazing advert on halfway through the pod. But yeah, we are on Spotify, so go listen there. Or you can just watch it, up to you. And this is we sort of approach this differently.
Yeah.
So we're still trying to find out what it is exactly we want to go forward with in these pods. But any topics that you want to be covered, do let us know. I'm thinking about that one comment that I've had on every single one of these episodes, and the guy who comments knows who he is, and I bet you he's gonna comment on this one as well. I guarantee you. Cool. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Nah, that's really about it. Listen, once again, you have laid it out perfectly, and I couldn't really said it any better than you really have, to be honest, because I think that you've said it a lot better than I could have ever said it. So thank you very much for that. And honestly, I mean what I mean, and I say what I mean when I really mean what I mean. So, thank you for this, Vihash, and I really do appreciate it. And although this may come across quite sarcastic, I really do genuinely mean what I mean. So, thank you, Vihash.
100% sarcastic, 100% waffle. Let's see. We will see you guys in the next one.
Take care. JXVL. Great stuff, Vihash. Great stuff.